Hey everybody, Clark Kenshi here, and welcome to another Resident Evil video. This will be about the canon scenario for Resident Evil 2 Remake from 2019, and this is a video that I referenced in my last video being Resident Evil 2 Remake 5 years later. And I really kind of want to talk about it because I don't see too many people talking about it. Well, aside from my video I made about almost a year ago when the Resident Evil 4 Remake demo launched, where people had a lot of debate about what is the canon scenario. And that video was Marvin's knife, which was very well received, even appearing on Mojo Play's top 10 Resident Evil 4 Remake video. And I really do appreciate that. I appreciate it a lot. But let's get right into it on why Leon A and Claire B is the new canon scenario instead of the classic original Claire A, Leon B scenario canon.
Watch out!
You're safe. For now.
Thanks.
Marvin Branagh.
Leon Kennedy.
So getting into it, Marvin Branagh himself, the lieutenant of Leon S. Kennedy at the RPD, his mentor, the mentor figure himself, is pretty much a key element into this that plays into Resident Evil 4 Remake. And I know, the obvious is the combat knife that you receive from him. But there's some more stuff to it. Anyways, you do meet Marvin in the Leon A scenario like you do in the Claire A scenario, and he does give you that combat knife. But as time goes on, you do meet Marvin here and there, and Leon is very adamant about getting Marvin to a hospital because he's fatally wounded from a zombie bite, and he's slowly dying. And Leon, being the good-hearted individual he is in this game, is really determined to save his mentor figure, his lieutenant.
This is good news. We can get you to a hospital.
No, I am not the priority here.
Lieutenant, I'm not just gonna leave you here.
I'm giving you an order, rookie. You save yourself first. I'd come with you, but I'd just slow you down.
He doesn't want anyone to die. That's his thing, is that he wants to save everyone. He wants to save the city. That's his main mission in Resident Evil 2 Remake, but it does not really come together for him. It's more of his survival. Survival is his responsibility, and he ultimately leaves with two other individuals who were on their own adventure together, their own journey through the Nightmare of Raccoon City. But eventually, at one point, he has his last final moment with Marvin, where he's not a zombie. And Marvin here, as Leon is trying to make a last effort to get him up and about and going, and have him go with him, Marvin pulls a gun on Leon because Leon's not listening to him. Leon is just really adamant about it, but Marvin's trying to convince him that it's not even worth it, you know, like he's tried to stop it. He can't stop the infection from spreading anymore. He's pretty much a goner, and it's really sad. But why am I really going why am I, like, you know, going really specifically, you know, why am I considering this scene very important? Well, it's because in Resident Evil 4 Remake, in the introduction, when Leon is going over his experience in Raccoon City, there are three individuals that are showcased on the in the introduction, and that is Marvin himself, Kendo, and Ada. And if you notice something, it's their last moments with Leon. It's Leon's last moment with that character. And that one scene with Marvin is exclusively from the Leon A scenario. Marvin pulls the gun only on Leon, not Claire when they depart. So yes, this is canon. And this is just one of the two things that I noticed that makes this canon, other than the combat knife being the other. And I just think that's really neat, because each scene is their last moments. One with Marvin holding Leon at gunpoint, it's the same scene. Kendo being in this one scene that he has in the game that's really sad, but there's that. And then there's Ada falling into the chasm of the underground Umbrella facility nest as it's falling apart due to a self-destruct sequence about to initiate, or it's initiating as it goes, but you know. But still, yes, I do think that's really neat. It's something that I studied more whenever I was playing the game, because I played a lot of Resident Evil 4 Remake, a lot of it. I think it's probably my favorite in the series so far. But moving on to the combat knife. So the combat knife is definitely the main giveaway for it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have a lot of knowledge that this is the main reason why this is canon. But I mean, yes, Leon does receive the knife after Marvin says to him to not make the same mistake that he did, to pretty much, you know, like if you see one of those things, uniform or not, you do not hesitate. You take them out or you run. Solid advice not only for Leon and or Claire, depending on who you're playing as, but for the player themselves. But the combat knife in Resident Evil 4 Remake appears in your inventory and is a part of your starter, your I guess you could say your starter pack, the weapons that you start off with, your Silver Ghost and your combat knife. And the description for the combat knife reads, a weapon suited for close encounters. It has been Leon's go-to since receiving it during his time at the RPD. Now, people will debate and or argue that technically your knife can break in the game. How can it be Marvin's knife? And also, if it is Claire A and Leon B, or if it is Leon A and Claire B, I mean, technically you can still receive the knife in Leon B, but not from Marvin, instead from a wall or even a corpse. Now, that is factual, but also kind of look at the knife durability, system as more of a actual gameplay thing, because that's what it is. It's not really a story thing, because like the zombies, for example. Okay, let me just kind of compare it like this. A zombie takes a bite out of you, but you do not become a zombie like you should, because that's a gameplay thing. I think it's canon that the knife doesn't break. It's kind of like when you get shot at 1,000 times in a video game, which, I mean, this is what this is, but in the cinematic, when you take one bullet, you are down for the count. That is the same thing here. And as for picking up the knife, I really do not believe Leon would actually keep a random combat knife he picked up off of a wall or a corpse as a sentimental piece of Raccoon City. I mean, maybe, but I don't think he'd bring it with him on every mission. I mean, like, why not bring his, I don't know, why not bring something else other than that? Why not, like, cut off the patch of his uniform and attach it to his shirt or something? I have no idea. Like why not do that? Like, something that's more sentimental. His uniform is technically more sentimental than some random knife that he finds off of a corpse or a wall. So no, even though you could try to say that Leon B is canon, no, it's Leon A. Leon A, Claire B is the canon. And I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it right there. But what's really great about this that really enhances the experience is that it's like Marvin's keeping you from dying. When you parry an enemy attack or a chainsaw from Dr. Salvador, like a chainsaw attack, like that is Marvin saving you. And it's so good. I love it. And there's a later portion, I won't spoil it just in case, because it has not been a year since this game launched, and I still think people should give it a try if they haven't. But when you get to a certain point, that one boss fight specifically, that's all I'll kind of spoil. It's a boss fight, but you'll really look at it in a better way, and you're like, wow, we're doing this with this. That's really neat. We're doing this fight with this weapon. Really cool. Really cool. And I really do love that. So yeah, that's pretty much the only explanation I can really give for why this is canon. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it right here. But I will like to say that I do appreciate all the support and feedback on my channel. I do appreciate it. I am trying to get into the adjustment of it. It is it is something that can't be exactly rushed, but at the same time, I have to kind of pace myself nicely. But really, I do appreciate all the positive feedback, especially on my Resident Evil 2 Remake 5 years later video. That video is already at 4,000 views and like 100 and something likes, and I really appreciate it. And it hasn't even been a week yet. It has not been a week yet since it launched on the channel, and yet here we are, and I appreciate it so much. So yeah, there's the video, and with that, as always, I hope each and every one of you have a great and safe day. Thank you.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?